Lisa! Yeah, this is a pretty random film. I know. What's going on, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB. I was made aware that this movie existed. It's so funny when a movie that you've never even heard existed or knew about gets brought to you. So I watched it. I think it's a TV film. I think. Hard to look up information about it because there's one website that says it came out in 1989. Another website says 1990. Pick your pick, whichever one you want to believe. It's directed by Gary Sherman. And the plot. The plot is we meet a teenager girl, named Lisa, played by Stacy Keenan. If you don't remember who she is by name, if you've ever seen Step by Step, the 90s sitcom, she plays one of the daughters there. And you see that she sort of likes to skirt some, dating older guys, at least flirting with the idea. Like, she does this thing where she finds out, like, the license plates of guys' cars, guys that she thinks are hot out there, and she calls the number to try to get their phone number and address, and she calls them up. She pretends to be older, and this is a thing that, like, she does. She, like, knows how to do. Even her friend, who seemed a little more promiscuous, there's even times where she's like, whoa, Lisa, like, calm the hell down. Your hormones must be through the roof to do some crazy shit like this. And so, of course, though, she ends up getting involved with the wrong guy. When I say the wrong guy, it's a guy who is a serial killer. Like, he's going around killing women that he either has sex with and just kills them, or that he can't have, but he's crazy in love with them. And so he kills them. And obviously, him talking to this Lisa girl, he's becoming obsessed with her. He's having flirtatious conversations with her on the phone, and it's driving him crazy now. She's probably even getting him to kill more people out there because he's getting so much blue balls from these talks. What I think of the film, though, is I kind of like the movie just as far as this premise goes. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was fascinating, actually. Lisa is an unlikable character. She is. I have to say that. The actress is good enough to pull the role off. It wasn't like I was at the point where I wanted her to die or anything like that, but I did think, well, if she got killed, I wouldn't care nearly as much as I would if her mother got killed, for example. Her mother is played by Cheryl Ladd, and I say this because her mom, a single mother, trying to make ends meet, working as hard as she can. She sets rules up for her daughter, and of course her daughter figures out ways to work around them or just break them all outright. And they're having arguments, and her mother is trying. God bless her mother. She's trying to relate to her. She's trying to understand where she's coming from. But she's also trying to get respect. And how can you not sympathize with a mother who's just trying to do her best? Lisa, when she calls this guy, the serial killer, she's using her mother's name, Catherine, just because it's an older woman's name, so she just uses it. Not realizing that when he does get too ambitious and he needs to find out more information, well, guess whose number and name he links everything back to? So he thinks the mother is this woman that's been calling him, and he becomes obsessively wanting to kill the mother now. So great, Lisa just put her mother in grave danger over something that she has nothing to do with what's going on. So I was so anxious, more so for the mother, like, God, don't kill the mom. She didn't do anything. God damn it. The guy, the serial killer, his name is Richard, played by D.W. Moffett. I don't know if I said that right, but yeah. So he's a good-looking guy, I guess. He's older though, and I guess I can appreciate that he didn't knowingly start talking to a teenage girl. That's one thing. I can't call him a pedophile, but yeah, he just has this thing where he becomes obsessed with women, and he creates more of a relationship between them in his head, and then he gets to the point where he either just gets fed up, gets annoyed, Or maybe he just kills them even if they do sleep together. I don't really know the guy's deal. They don't get too much into like his backstory, which is fine. I don't need to know it. You just know that he's a sick fuck. And so that leads to the tension. They have a couple of scenes here and there of him killing random women, and you see some blood. It's not too graphic, it's not too gory, it's nothing too, I think, intense or anything. Lisa's friend, I mentioned earlier, Wendy, played by Tanya Fenmore. She was fine in the role, like I said. At the beginning, I thought she'd be the one who was pushing Lisa to do these things, but as I said, I was thought it was hilarious that even she, after a while, was like, "Okay, this is too much, Lisa. Let's do something else, or let's stop calling this weird, random Richard guy." Also, I want to mention Jeffrey Tambor plays Wendy's father. Very random, I know. I instantly recognized him. He looked younger, just in the sense of, like, he wasn't as old as he is now, but he still was, like, always old. He was always balding. He was always... Anyways. So, yeah, this was a nice little thriller. It's something that it's not, like, hide under the blanket scary. It's not something that's gonna, make you have nightmares. But I thought it was an interesting enough story, interesting enough characters, interesting enough thriller premise going on. So yeah, if you haven't heard of it, if you haven't seen it, check it out. I would recommend Lisa, especially before it probably gets remade. Watch the original. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you had heard of this movie. Have you seen it before? What do you think of it? Do you like it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!
Heat in my vein like vernacular. Cook up the beat with a spatula. Y'all are not ready for action. I'm smoking these rappers and feeling spectacular. Making it killing like massacre. Watch out, I'm whipping my wrist. Right on my city, been pissed, but I show them love. I'm not the one that's at risk. My homie told me that when people rise up against you, it's a sign of your destiny real. Fake ones been hating cause they know that one day you're making it. Jealousy's all they can feel. Plugging the phone.